Everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today is April 4th. It's at 9:30 p.m. and I have tomorrow off from work, so I've decided to do my very first 24-hour readathon. So for those of you who don't know, a 24-hour readathon is basically what it sounds like. I try to read as much as possible within a 24-hour period. Now, today is Easter. We've had a lot of things going on, and I do have tomorrow off from work, and I just thought it would be a great time to try a 24-hour readathon. I'm starting it so late at night so that I can go most of the day tomorrow and feel like it's more true to a 24-hour readathon. If I start tomorrow morning, then I'm basically ending the readathon when I go to bed. Sometimes I'm such a rule follower that it has to be 24 hours. So there you go. So let's go through the books that I don't know that I'll finish. I probably won't, because honestly, if I say that I will, we all know that I won't. The first one is the first book in the Mistborn series, The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I am reading the audiobook. I'm listening to the audiobook of this one. I started this one last year. I know. And I just, on a whim, decided to start it again this week. And now I can't stop. I am just past page 514. I know I'm a little bit further than that, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm a couple chapters after that. I think I have about 100 pages left in this book. I'm so close. So I definitely know that I will finish this one. It's going to be my main focus because I've got other things that I need to do, and I can just finish up and listen to this while I do them. But Mistborn is a great fantasy book about what if, as it says, what if the Dark Lord won? So basically the bad guys won this war over 1,000 years ago, and the world has been awful since, and we are following a band of thieves who are building an army to take over the Dark Lord. It is definitely giving me like Ocean's 11 vibes for sure, but like in a far more interesting way. This has been super fun so far. Really interesting. I'll talk more about it tomorrow. And after I'm done with that, I'm going to jump into Scarlet by Marissa Mayer. This is the sequel or companion book or second book in the Lunar Chronicles. I don't know a whole lot about this. I think we follow Scarlet now. Cinder and Prince Kai, I believe, are still in it, but maybe they're like more background characters, and Scarlet is the main character. And I'm pretty sure it's like a Red Riding Hood kind of retelling. So I don't really know much more about this, but I'm in it now. I'm invested in the Lunar Chronicles. I want to see what happens. This one is about 440 pages. So I think as long as I'm focused, I should be able to finish this. We'll see. Now that I've said that, probably not. And the last book I am going to read over the next 24 hours is Keeper of Lost Cities, Everblaze. The kids and I are going to start this tomorrow. We confirmed it tonight during our Zoom Easter dinner. But this is the third book of the Keeper of Lost Cities series. We just finished Exile a couple weeks ago. It took us a year. I am determined not to let this one take us a year. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's also 609 pages, so definitely not gonna finish this one in the 24 hours. So those are my reading plans. We'll see how they go. I am going to start listening to Mistborn now. I do have some videos to transfer over to my hard drive and kind of get some things done on my computer. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to multitask until bedtime, and then we will pick it up tomorrow for a full day of reading. It's going to be amazing.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times.
Hi, happy Monday. My allergies are okay. Just after 11, and I, of course, woke up late because it's a day off, and I do have laundry going, so that's what's in the background. This morning I've just been doing some chores and just taking my time, working on the computer for a little bit. I'm almost done with what I'm doing, and then I'm going to switch to my bullet journal. I've been listening to Mistborn, and I just got through part 4. Something just happened, and I cannot even, like, what? Like, why? I am shocked. For whatever reason, I didn't see it coming. But I should have seen it coming. But I didn't see it coming. And I'm just like, what? This book is so good. I do recommend that if you are just getting into fantasy, or want to try out fantasy, Brandon Sanderson is a really good place to start, I think. Well, it's where I started, so. And Mistborn is a good one to start with. I do think that reading it, well, it depends on how, I guess it depends on how you retain information. If you can retain information audibly, the audiobook is fine. If you're more a visual person, read the book. If you're a little bit of both, do both. I've been poking at the book, like looking through it every once in a while, and it's really helped me kind of keep everybody, all the names. There's a lot of characters. So I'm now about to enter the home stretch, part 5. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I'm nervous. My husband told me this is there's an epic ending to this book. I'm gonna get back to it. I'm going to finish my little work task on my computer. I will update you guys soon. Okay. Quick taco lunch break. We got Chipotle today. Chicken tacos, chips. We gotta fuel up. Continue listening to Mistborn. We only have about an hour left. It is so good. Hello. Okay, I have the last chapter plus the epilogue left. This book, so the last few pages of this book are like crazy, like twists and turns and reveals and all the things. It's been lots of fun, but I needed to get up and like be active, so active. I do need to do some lunch prep today. I'm going to do that right now, and I wanted to say listen and finish, and I came out linen. Going to listen to the last chapter of the book. There's also an epilogue. The cat is circling me right now. It's like 20 minutes till his lunchtime, and he's just like, hello, hello. Anyway, I'm going to listen to the little last bit of the book, and I have to bake some chicken, so I'm gonna do that. I like to do that before my mom like comes out of her room, because usually she'll come out of her room and like be in the kitchen for 3 hours doing what, I don't know. So I'm gonna do that, and then I think I'm going to ride on the bike. I haven't used it yet. Oops. I mean honestly, I mainly got it for Jonathan because he missed working out and biking to work and all the things. So those are my plans. That's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna feed the boy because he literally followed me. He followed me from the kitchen to opening the patio door and back. And here he is. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Were you hungry or something? Are you hungry? Yeah? Are you hungry? Are you? Are you hungry? Would you like your lunch? Oh, hi. Yeah, you want your lunch? Okay. All right, let's do that. Let's feed the boy. Are you so cute? Getting ready to work out, and my mother decides to reheat the shrimps from last night. Yes, it does smell as bad as you think it would. So while we are not out there, because I think you guys have noticed the bike is next to the couch in the living room. The living room and the kitchen are in this open space. I'm going to put together a hula hoop that I bought last year and never put together. I'm gonna do that, finish the book, hopefully, if I don't get distracted again. We're gonna do that, change the battery on my camera because it's blinking at me, and then hopefully when I come back, I'll have an update on finishing Mistborn. Hello, I finished Mistborn, the Final Empire, while I was working out, and like it blew my mind. The twists and turns that happens in the last 200 pages of that book, like that's some Harry Potter crap going on. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when everything starts falling into place, things are coming together, and you're like, you know, how were they even thinking that this was going to be the outcome? How did they plan that? I realize it's a book, but seriously, like, come on. So pretty much think Brandon Sanderson is a genius. Such a good book. Highly recommend, especially if you're looking to get into some high fantasy. Oh, hey, look, I decided to use my tripod. Brandon Sanderson built this world that is just, he didn't necessarily reinvent the wheel, but he reimagined the world differently, and the magic system that he built just based on like metals and like people burning metals within their body to heighten all their senses, and like different metals do different things, is crazy to me. Like, so smart. And just like the differences between alchemy and ferrochemy, whatever. Oh my gosh, it's just so good. It's so interesting. It definitely will like get your mind going, thinking about like how he did this and what he was thinking. I am very tempted to continue on with the Well of Ascension because I want to know what happens next. But I think I'm going to allot myself the freedom to do that when I need a break from physically reading. So it is about 4:30. Yes, 4:30. And the day is winding down. We only have 5 hours left of this readathon, and I have not read, I haven't physically read yet. I finished Mistborn, and that was great. So that was 200 pages. Awesome. So now I need to move on to physical reads. I don't have to start dinner for probably about an hour, so it's a great break for me. So Scarlet is on the agenda. I do want to start Everblaze with the kids, but somebody's mom hasn't texted me back yet. So waiting to see if they want to read today and what time. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Scarlet, and then depending on when they're free, I'll just switch over to this and we'll read a few chapters of this. Kind of excited, a little apprehensive, because like I wasn't necessarily disappointed with the first book, but was okay. It was an average, okay, entertaining book. Lots of people love it, rave about it, 5 stars. That wasn't me. It was a 3-star read. So I've heard this one isn't as good as Cinder. I've also heard it's better. 2 completely different opposite sides of the spectrum there, but we're gonna see where I land with this. It is 452 pages. I probably could finish this today in the next 5 hours if that is all I did. It would have to be like narrowed in, super focused, like just high brain function going on. We all know that's not gonna happen. So I could probably get at least 200 pages done of this, and 3 chapters of Everblaze is 30 pages. So if I can get another 230 pages done today, plus the 200 that I read earlier with Mistborn, let's math. That's 430 pages in 24 hours. Not bad. So, and really 24 hours, it isn't even a full 24 hours. Let's be honest. This is kind of like a baby 24-hour readathon. So I'm gonna stop chatting and we'll start reading. Yeah, it's a big book. It's...
I really hope we'll be able to read this, I don't know, in less than a year.
609 pages.
Yep.
It is Bible.
It's definitely close.
Hey, the average Bible probably has like 100 pages.
Is that Fitz? Who is that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And why are they falling to their doom head first?
We're gonna find out, aren't we?
Head first.
And why is this building blowing up?
How-
Don't you at least try to land on your feet?
Yeah, you would think so.
Okay, if we're falling, I'm gonna fall head first.
If you fall, you want to at least try to see if you can land on your feet. You don't go, whee!
Yep.
A delightful and dangerous adventure with complex characters and relationships. You'll root for it until the end of time. Hang on. I'm pretty sure this isn't really that delightful for Sophie.
Probably not. Is it ever really delightful for Sophie?
No, it's just like, regular day. I'm probably going to have a near-death experience. That's an everyday life.
It's a near-death experience.
That's funny.
Wow, stuff day.
That's normal. Get used to it. That's how we live.
Yep.
The first sentence describes her doom.
I know, right?
Why?
It was too late.
Why do they have to create suspense in like the first page? It's like we're building up like some bad's happening. Some bad's happening.
Yep.
Start from the beginning now.
From the beginning.
Hang on, something bad happened.
There's
We're
like-
not building up anymore. We're just gonna
Something bad happened.
right
Now
in the
we're
gut.
gonna make you like, oh my gosh, what happened? And then we're just gonna make you start from the
Yep.
beginning.
Party together during a leave.
What was that?
A car.
I thought that was the cat.
No.
No.
Cat sleep. We would have an issue if the cat made that sound.
Big man.
That's not a normal sound for a cat.
That sounds like a T-Rex.
Yeah. Dinner is done. Kind of doesn't look that appetizing, I understand. But it is Alfredo sauce, dairy-free Alfredo sauce with chicken and vegetables. Took me about 20 minutes. Minus cooking the chicken. Yum! Hello. It's a couple hours later. Remember earlier when I told you I was going to start reading Scarlet? I may have fallen asleep. Just a little bit. So, there is an hour left of the readathon. I'm going to actually pick up Scarlet now. So, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a reading sprint. Hour-long reading sprint. And we'll see how far I get. Alright, I also have ice cream bar to help fuel this reading sprint. Alright, last hour. Let's see how we do. Here we go. Hi everybody, it is Christmas the next day, closing out my 24-hour readathon. So in total, I think I read 430 pages, which, no, 330 pages. 430 pages. 330 pages, which I think is pretty good for a first time 24-hour readathon, so I'm pretty pleased about that. Just to recap everything I read, I finished The Final Empire, the first book in the Mistborn series. I read the last 200 pages of this. It was phenomenal. It was a great way to end a book. The ending was epic. Everything just started to like fall into place and tie together, and Brandon Sanderson just ended this book so brilliantly, but he didn't end it in like there was sort of a cliffhanger, but at the same time, like, you're pretty satisfied with the ending of this book. It was really, really great. He did such a good job. Like, he cares what I think. But the world building in this book is just so interesting, and the magic system is something that I've never come across before, and I just think I'm always in awe when I read books like this, and I just think somebody thought that up. Like, Brandon Sanderson thought this up, and like thought up the world and like the whole plot, and just how everything just ties together and falls into place, and how everything's related to everything else, and the depth of characters. There's a huge cast of characters in this as well. So one thing I will say is that I kind of wish I had physically read the book along with listening to it on the audio, because I would have been able to retain the vast list of characters better, and everything that happened I'd be able to remember a little bit better. But otherwise, this is a great book, and I'm really glad I finished it, and I'm very much looking forward to starting the second book, Well of Ascension, very, very soon. Next book I started was Keeper of Lost Cities Everblaze. Read this with my niece and nephew. We got through 3 chapters, so 30 pages, and this is just such a fun read. This is a fun series to read with them, and we just made fun of like how Sophie's probably going to be in peril pretty soon, and wouldn't you know, she was in peril chapter 1. Because what would you expect? It's Sophie Foster. But the first 3 chapters were really fun. I'm very much looking forward to continuing this with them, and hopefully it will not take us an entire year to get through it. And finally, I started Scarlet, the second book in the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Mayer. This, again, is the companion to Cinder, and I am so far pleasantly surprised. I had heard mixed reviews going in, so I did not know what to expect, but I am fairly interested so far. I read the first 100 pages. I think I stopped mid-chapter, honestly. I was just very, very sleepy. So Scarlet is an additional character, and we are learning about her and following her story. It is based off of Red Riding Hood, which I find to be intriguing. There's a grandma element, there's a wolf element, so that's pretty cool. And Cinder is in this as well. And one thing I will say is that this book jumps POVs from Scarlet to Cinder, and you don't exactly know that's happening until it's happened, because the chapters don't have headers. It does take a little bit to get used to the jumping back and forth, because Scarlet is the main focus for the first few chapters, and then all of a sudden you're with Cinder again, and you're like, wait, what? And that did take a little bit of getting used to, but otherwise it's entertaining so far. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I mean, first 100 pages, I got 300 more to go, so we'll see. But that is it. I'm gonna wrap this up here. I had a really good time. I'm looking forward to my next 24-hour readathon, if I'm being quite honest. I'm not sure when I will do that, but this one was just one that I did on a whim because I had an extra day off. So yay for me. I had a lot of fun. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so, and like this video if you liked it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.